Hello players from around the world. Welcome to the Age of Empires Mobile Global Launch Show. I'm Josh, your host and a longtime player of Age of Empire. Today, we're here in this Roman-inspired studio with 4 special guests to celebrate the release of Age of Empires Mobile. Let's start by introducing our guests. And first, we have Ernest and Will from Microsoft's World's Edge studio.
Hi everyone, I'm Ernest from World's Edge, and I'm the director of production over there. And I've been in Microsoft for over 20 years now, and of course we are extremely proud of the Age of Empires franchise. And we are also very happy that there's so many fans that have been supporting us for so long. Everything you do drives what we do every day, so thank you very much for your support. And today, super happy to be here. Want to talk about the Age of Empires Mobile, the new game that's going to join us. And we are definitely very excited to see a lot of new players are going to join us into this happy Age of Empires family today. So yeah, super happy to be here and nice meeting you.
All right, nice to meet you too, Ernest. So that was Ernest from World's Edge Studio, and now we're going to turn over to Will.
Hey, my name is Will McCahill. I'm the Studio Business Director at World's Edge. Over the last 3 years, the teams at World's Edge and Timmy have been working together to create a whole new Age of Empires mobile experience. I'm so excited we're finally here. It's been a bit of a long road.
All right, awesome. Thank you very much, Will. And I'm glad you were able to take time out of your busy schedule to be here with us. And now, talking about Timmy, we have this collaboration between World's Edge and Timmy Studios. We are being joined by a Timmy representative. So everyone, if we'll turn over to Marta.
Yes. Hello everyone, this is Marta Hu. I'm the marketing team leader from Timmy Studio Group, and I've been responsible for Age of Empires Mobile for years. And as a long-term mobile strategy game player and also a fan of Age of Empires, I'm very delighted and incredibly proud to be part of this project. And I'm really thrilled to see there will be like millions of new players joining us during the global launch.
All right, thank you very much, Marta. It's really nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Now, finally, we have our last guest. This one is a content creator, very popular for his interest in real-time strategy games and an expert on the Age of Empires series. Everyone, please join me in welcoming 12-inch.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here. My name is 12-inch, but you can just call me 12. I've been playing Age of Empires for about 20 years. My childhood was littered with all the titles from the first to mythology, from all of that. And I've been playing mobile games very competitively for about 10 years as well. So seeing a mobile game studio come with my favorite real-time strategy games come together is an absolute pleasure, and it is an honor to be here.
All right, thank you very much, 12. It's a pleasure to have you here. Now, that's all the introductions for today, but before we jump into the rest of the stream, I do have to let our audience know a very important piece of information. We have 3 exclusive gift codes that are going to go live during the event. So if you're watching this on your mobile phone, on your PC at home, you're going to want to screenshot those codes when they come up on your screen. That way you can make use of them when the Age of Empires mobile game goes live later on today. So make sure to screenshot those so you can take advantage of those exclusive rewards. Now, the very first thing we're going to do during the stream is acquaint ourselves with Age of Empires Mobile. And we're going to start off by taking a look at this fantastic gameplay trailer. So get ready to have your minds blown.
History is always being written through victories and defeats.
Watch out!
Build, gather, and thrive. Defend and expand. stories of strength and conquest, written by the victor.
Okay, so there was a lot going on in that trailer right there, and I mean, to be honest, it looks like a totally new experience compared to the Age of Empires that I am more familiar with. And I might be mistaken, but that background music kind of sends shivers down my spine.
It's actually very reminiscent of the original Age of Empires theme. It looks like a modern rendition of it.
Okay, cool. So, what about that video, I mean, the trailer stands out to you? What really makes it feel awesome to you?
So there are a lot of different awesome things, right? Like the trailer is awesome, but really one of the things that we want to think about is like this game, Age of Empires Mobile, really introduced a lot of like novel experience and different things. It really is a game but rooted in Age of Empires, but really designed from the ground up for the mobile players audience. Yeah. This game is really for them, and it is going to be really wonderful for people that love gaming on mobile phone, which is a very completely different beast than like PC gaming, like you said. But there are things that are, of course, like related to the Age of Empires franchise. So, for example, one of the things I love about Age of Empires is that it is rooted in historical, different multiple civilizations in the game. And of course, that continues in Age of Empires Mobile as well. The game is going to launch with 8 different civilizations. So I think some players in the early version have seen that we have the Roman, Byzantines, Chinese, and the French. But in the global launch version, there will be 4 new ones, which is the Japanese, Korean, Egyptian, and the British. And like they are all based in different, basically different field, right? For example, we're in a Roman set here. So, and there the Roman version will have like Roman theme music, all the buildings looks Roman. It just makes you really immersive and feels great. As well as of course the game is going to have its own take of the iconic wonders from the franchise, but it's like a different take on it. But then for the Roman ones, it will feature like the awesome like Roman landmarks. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be fantastic.
So I'm actually playing that early final test, actually. I just received it the other day. And I've been going through just a little bit the first area, the tutorial and everything.
Right.
And that was the 4 that I've got. I've only got access to the 4, but there's going to be 8 on launch day.
Yep, going to be super cool. They look fantastic as well. They look so cool.
Yeah. Most of the heroes are designed based on historical figures. For the global launch version, there will be like more than 50 heroes from 20 civilizations for players to meet.
So there's more than 50 total.
Yeah.
That sounds absolutely awesome. You've got so much depth in there, and I actually heard we have a special guest here in the studio with us today, Justinian the Great.
Wow! You can see the detailed craftsmanship in his design, from the prints on his clothing to the metallic shoulder accessories. Even his hair and skin textures are lifelike. So like for the heroes, they are designed based on the his history, but also we like it's not 100% realistic. So some of them are very legendary. So we combine the history and the legendary together, and so the heroes you can see their appearance and design is quite elegant, and also for each of the heroes they have their own weapons and skills, and also they have their talents, and so there will be like a lot of different combinations about the heroes. For example, some heroes they are very good at farming. So if you want to develop fast, so you can send out some heroes together, so they will have some buffs on it.
If you were trying to be more competitive, perhaps you would use the counter system, where you could have spearmen, which might counter cavalry. You would have cavalry countering archers. You'd have the archers countering the infantry. Basic swordsmen. The swordsmen counter the spearmen. And each one of the civilizations has different visual depictions of all these troops as well.
Yeah.
So the Romans are all going to be in a Roman style visually,
Yes.
and as well as their own unique units later as well.
So you're getting the unique units when some units counter other units, or they're better at some tasks than others. And then the heroes can also synergize with those units on top of that.
So the heroes themselves might synergize with different unit types or gathering or other jobs as well. And they'll all have their own skills, and you can choose between 3 skills on each commander, and those commanders, up to 3 commanders, can be chosen for each troop as well, and multiple troop types. And so there's a lot of depth of complexity from what we've seen in the final test that we played as well.
And I think that there's a lot of viewers out there who are really hoping to see all of that depth and complexity here in that Age of Empires mobile, because obviously Age of Empires is known for having a lot of player choice and control. So being able to bring that over to a mobile platform, I mean, that's really impressive from Timmy.
Right, and you know what? There are different players like different things. Like Will, I think, is one of those.
Well, I would say there's always something to do in the game, and that's actually one of my favorite parts about it. But the really cool thing is, when I was playing the game back in the 90s, the dream was to have these massive battles. And in Age Mobile, it's the first time you can really have like 1,000 troops in a single army, and then you can have 1,000 players all playing together with their 1,000 troop armies. That's something that you always had in your mind's eye when you were playing the original Age of Empires game, but now since it's been reimagined for the mobile space, it's like that's something we actually are able to do, which is really cool.
Right, like what Martin was saying earlier, one of the things I actually like about this game is a mix of not just history but also some fantastical element. To me, it's super interesting. So like you were saying how you have to send troops and then how to counter, but there's actually a weather system in the game.
Yeah.
So like in fact you have to deal with 4 seasons like completely differently, and the weather will actually affect how your troops move, right? So it's super cool. But it's not only just like snow or like rain that you need to deal with. Sometimes you run into extreme weather condition, mythical conditions like tornadoes, lightning storm, which is related to the wonder system, the iconic wonder system in the game.
Yes. So the Alliance, they can build some wonder buildings by themselves, and you can activate some extreme weathers by it. So when we first announced it, some players said, "Oh, this game is so exciting because like you're not only play like Lord, but also you play like a mighty person. You can control the weather, and also there is a weather forecast in the game. So you should sometimes for some players they will take a look at the weather forecast first and then decide what they are going to do.
I think the coolest part about it is that while it's a reimagined Age of Empires experience, it didn't sacrifice on the strategic depth. And that, for me, as a longtime RTS player and strategy player, like that's definitely one of the things that keeps me playing.
And I think one thing we want to mention is that the game, we would not say it's RTS. That's too high end, but we would say like it's real time control. Like you can control your troops anywhere you want, and you don't have to wait them to go and back. You can get them wherever and whenever you want.
Yeah, I think one thing that I want to point out, like, it's a really good point. One thing I want to point out to the players is the game was built from the ground up really for the mobile gamers, right? So, like, in fact, I feel really lucky that we get to partner with Timmy Studios, who is like expert in creating some amazing mobile experience through the years. And we think I think the world, like a lot of players around the world, is going to love this. It is very, very much like, hey, what would Age of Empires for mobile gamers would look like, and then go even further. In fact, I constantly find new things and new surprises in the games, and it just makes it like a lot of fun to play.
Historically, I've spent on other mobile games, I've streamed them for at least 4 hours a day, sometimes 10 hours a day. So I do I'm a little more competitive when it comes to mobile games, and there's definitely more sections for casual players, but for a more competitive aspect as well. Your alliance based off of It could be 50 people all the way up until, I want to say, about 150 people can be in one alliance as well, and you're all going to be contesting on the map at all times. And because the game never pauses or stops, your activity and the way that you streamline your account is very important if you want to stay competitive. And considering the test that we've already seen between the gear and the commanders and the troop types and all the things you can add in this game, the depth of play is absolutely massive. So the more time that you invest in the game and the more time you invest in the community to learn more about it, the better off you'll be.
I mean, if the depth of the play is that as expansive as you describe, right? It sounds like there's really a lot getting into it. I mean, it's really kind of a time investment, but since it's a mobile game, you have always that opportunity, that option. You just pick it up, put it down, open it up on your break while you're having your lunch at work, and then you just close the phone, go back to whatever you're doing, and it's still just waiting for you when you get back.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think what Martha said earlier, right? It is don't only have depth that 12 was describing. I think it's fantastic. There's really hardcore strategic depth, which I'm sure Will would love. But there's also like a lot of casual like mini games that you were describing. You were talking about, for example, I love how the team reimagined, for example, fishing. Fishing is a mini game in this game, and it is amazing.
Everybody loves a fishing mini game.
In Age of Empires, like you can send villagers to go to coastal to fish, and that is a thing in the franchise. And what Timmy take it upon themselves is they created a mini game completely around that. So you actually get villagers to actually go fish around the coast, and it's amazing. Our whole team is addicted to that mini game, and we compete with each other to see like how high points we can actually score. So it's really, really fun.
I've got multiple friends that get caught up in fishing mini games in other games. They never make it past that point. The fishing mini game comes up, and then that's
Right.
the only thing they ever open it up for again. Yeah.
It's just one example of what they have done, right? There are many mini games, and then there is just a big range of experience for people.
And one thing I love to do is to zoom in to see the details. Like here, you can see lots of my troops. They are marching in the city, and they are guide the city. And when you send out some troops, you can literally see like they are out of the town.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
to water running
Yeah,
on top
it's
of the
super
city.
pretty.
Like,
Yeah.
You can really get in there on the details and see everything that's going on.
Yeah, and also you can see, of course, villagers.
Villagers, yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Villagers
Assigned
are
villagers.
yeah,
I mean-
really busy.
That sounds really absolutely fantastic. I think actually now it's coming up. We're going to take a short break, but first, for our players watching from home, it is time for the exclusive Global Launch Show gift code drop. So feel free to take a screenshot and redeem it in the Age of Empires mobile game after the global release on October 17th. Welcome back. We've just talked about the features of Age of Empires Mobile, including its diverse civilization, city building, units, heroes, and authentic battle experience. Now, I'd like to discuss a topic very important to mobile players, social interaction. Marta, can you tell us about the social elements in Age of Empires Mobile?
Certainly, we've bring rich MMO elements into this Age of Empires Mobile. As you can see, there is a very vast map in the game, and you can meet all of the players globally on the map. And so when you're marching on the map, you will meet players and their troops. And you can either just pass by, or maybe you can attack others if you want.
Some alliances might be more friendly, some might be more hostile. There's a ton of things you can do with your alliances with players all over the world. It's a very easy way for people to connect with great opportunities for community between building wonders, like some of the things that we're mentioning with tornadoes and lightning.
Yes.
There are a ton of territory you can build. When it comes to the map, there's a huge map full of buildings and passes that open over time. So over the course of almost 2 months, every single pass is going to open with new buildings and plenty of things for these alliances of hundreds of players to fight over.
Okay, so there's really a lot of social impact happening here in the game. I mean, you've got a lot of opportunity to work together with other people.
Yeah, because the alliance is very important in the game. Like, you can create an alliance by yourself, or you can join others, or there could be like very big alliances. And also, one thing I want to mention is that even though we are not global launch yet, but there are lots of players, they are recruiting their members in the social media. Like, as far as I know, the biggest alliance is more than maybe 900 members for now.
Wow.
Yeah. So they advertise everywhere to say like, my alliance is very strong, you should join us. Yeah, so you know that. I bet 12 knows that a lot.
Where an individual alliance might start with only 50 players into it, after buildings and technology you might be able to get to 150 players.
Okay.
There's no saying that you couldn't have a sister alliance or multiple sister alliances. So you had 6 full shells of 150 players, you'd have a 900 player strong alliance. Among other things, they can build between technology. They can work together for other things as well. But in all, it's mostly just mostly gameplay from inside the game. But in terms of the social media and outside, there's just a lot of community that helps people, I suppose, enjoy it. One of the really cool things about mobile games is because so many people play it from so many different parts of the world, it's really like a melting pot, with its own translations of people from around the world that don't speak the same language coming together to do things they enjoy.
Yeah, I mean, the Alliance gameplay is a lot of new features that are, I guess, unique to the mobile experience. Right? It's something we haven't really had in Age of Empires mainline, in particular on the PC side. So things like having the tornadoes because you've built your wonder and you've got cool stuff with that. Another thing just that I really enjoyed about the Alliance is when you're a new player, you're just starting out, you can go and you can ask your friends for help in your Alliance, and then those Alliance people can come in and say, hey, or they basically click a button to help you build buildings faster, which when you're new feels great because all of a sudden you're just progressing much faster than you would have without your friends helping you.
All the way into the late game too. It's 1% each, and when the times start going up, I mean, being able to have those helps is critical towards your growth.
One thing I remember is like when you play Age of Empires, you at the late part of it, you always worry about where is the resources. How can I get more resources? But in the mobile version, like you not only gather resources in your own city, but also you collaborate with others and you build your alliances resources. And also on the vast map, the resources are placed everywhere. So it also determines the strategy, how you develop with your alliances. Like where to get the resources and how could you occupy the big city to have more like buffs or a bonus, that kind of situation.
And you could also collaborate with what are the best ways to get it. For example, there will be little PvE units on the map or player versus environment where you'd be able to attack them and get rewards. Some will cost stamina, some won't cost stamina. But overall, the think tank that is your alliance is going to help you create your own meta with how best to play.
So speaking of the alliances, how do they encounter each other? How exactly does that work out?
Generally, the way alliances encounter each other, there's going to be a large map with buildings and passes, and over time, the different passes will open up, and alliances will have to vie for territory with buildings on this map. So if an alliance wants territory, they can either team up with another alliance they see, or they can enter combat with them. So starting out, you might only have 50 people in an alliance, but as the alliance grows and as the game progresses, you might go up to 150 players. And you might have one alliance with a sister alliance, and these 300 players with their 5 marches might be going against another 300 players with their 5 marches, all the way until the center of the map where they fight for the biggest building of them all.
Okay. And that would probably be one of those wonders we talked about earlier?
I think so, yeah.
All right. Okay, cool. Very nice. So you get this, what do we call it, I guess, a world map maybe?
Yes.
Okay, so we get this world map, and then you're able to interact with your own alliance on that server. And then you're also going to run into, I suppose, enemy alliances on that same world map as well.
That brings us to the world map. In Age of Empires Mobile, players will begin their journey on one of 6 continents. As your alliance grows, you will cross boundaries into new regions and interact more frequently with other alliances. Eventually, the most powerful alliances will fight for control of the Imperial City, aiming to be crowned the ruler.
So the goal of ruling a capital feels really immersive, I think, historically, right? It sounds like it's really a time investment, so it's probably going to lead to some pretty strong bonds between, different allies in that alliance. Is it like easy to just join one and leave one and join back in with another?
I would say for the more casual player, if you join a casual alliance, those bonds are pretty easy. For the more competitive players, you have players historically in mobile games in general, you have players that will play with each other for years. Bonds where people will end up going to, let's say if we have a social event in a certain area, players will fly around from over the world to see each other and meet each other. And those are the type of bonds you can usually expect from tight-knit mobile communities.
Okay, wow. So now, another topic I think I'd like to really get into is going to be the city building, right? We mentioned that you have some of that ability to build a city, and that during attacks and sieges you could be taking control of an enemy city as well, right? So how does the city building work? How is that going to play out for our city building enthusiasts, those who are really into that building aspect of the gameplay?
Right. I can answer that because I'm as a single player fan, right? So there are actually a lot of different things that you can actually do. But the thing that I like about Alliance is like not only do you actually just like basically what Trove was talking about, like you basically join really big guild, everyone they fight together, but even for someone like me, right, I'm actually contributing to the Alliance as well. So for example, I'm one of those guys that do assist other players.
There's also the aesthetic side of it. So Ernest mentioned mini games, like most of those mini games have call outs to the classic Age of Empires gameplay. Got the art. The art has a whole bunch of call-outs to Age of Empires gameplay. Like they've got the mill, and it's in really high quality. Like it's visually stunning, I guess would be the way to put it. You can zoom in on it, look at it, and then same thing with audio. So we mentioned earlier that there's, we're riffing. The game riffs on the original Age of Empires like main theme, and now you've got so you have that, but you also have wind rustling through trees and everything. Like there's this whole rustic thing. It kind of feels like it's not just nostalgia, it's kind of like being out in nature. It's really amazing, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing that I actually want to talk about the theme, that what you just mentioned, like remind me that I believe the theme, the reinterpretation of the Age of Empires theme song actually won an award, right? So yeah, it actually won an award in an industry event because of how good it was. Yeah. So it is really good.
Oh, okay. So absolutely. I mean, it does seem that the teams involved have really put a ton of effort into not only the visual design, but the overall sound design. The game that I have seen so far is really awesome. Even with the beginning cinematics that you get during some of the tutorial section of the game when you first start it up right now, it already looks absolutely fantastic. I mean, I really don't have any reason not to play it anymore after hearing what I've heard here today. I'm super excited for the global release of Age of Empires Mobile. So everyone, I think it's time. Let's take a short break, and then we'll be back with more exciting content for our viewers soon. back to the Age of Empires mobile global launch event. Now, besides our 4 wonderful guests here today, the development team has a lot to share with the players. So, sit back and relax as we dive into the development story behind Age of Empires Mobile.
Step into a world where the glory and chaos of the Middle Ages come alive. Every civilization tells its own tale, and each battle is heavy with the weight of history. We're not just playing a game, we're shaping your empire's legacy. Ready to dive in?
大家好，我是 Age of Empires Mobile 的制作人辛向军。作为多年的帝国老玩家，接手 Age of Empires Mobile 的制作，对我来说是一个圆梦的机会。作为帝国时代玩家，我感到非常的自豪。时至今日，我每周都会喊上好友进行几局 Age of Empires 4的对战。在 Age of Empires Mobile 的整个设计过程中，我们都在思考如何传承好帝国时代这个经典 IP， 让玩家感受到帝国时代的经典风味。同时，我们也在思考如何给玩家带来新鲜的体验。我们的解法是在手机上传承帝国时代最经典的 RTS 战斗，同时提供移动端更丰富的策略体验。为了让玩家体验到帝国时代的经典 RTS 体验，我们着重研发了千人同屏的城池攻防战，这也是 Age of Empires Mobile 的核心玩法。上千个单位、数百名玩家围绕一个城池进行激烈攻防，丰富的实时操作和即时策略得以实现，为玩家带来了真正的史诗战争。
Developing Age of Empires Mobile was a 3-year journey, and it came with its fair share of challenges. Together with our partners at Timmy, we worked through each hurdle by staying in constant communication and collaborating closely to bring our shared vision to life. We also hope that Age of Empires Mobile will introduce a whole new audience of mobile gamers to the Age of Empires franchise, a franchise we're incredibly proud of. This is our chance to share this iconic game with more players and let them experience the strategy and excitement that has defined Age of Empires for years.
大家好，我是 AOEM 的主策划刘峰。帝国时代系列是我最早接触的 PC 游戏之一。最早我还是在同学家的电脑上玩的帝国时代。在帝国时代系列里，可以建立自己的城镇，训练士兵去战斗。当时的我被这种自由度深深的震撼。在帝国时代中，相比对战，其实我更喜欢玩战役模式和自定义地图。我喜欢给自己围上好多层的城墙和箭塔，让 AI 来进攻。现在想来，应该算是某种形式的开放式塔防吧。我们的整体设计理念是在基础的框架规则下，鼓励玩家进行充分的自由探索。比如弓箭手不应该只是后排输出的单位，根据战场的形势，也可以作为肉盾来使用，让玩家在编队和战斗的策略上有更多的选择。除此之外，我们为城建玩法增添了非常丰富的细节。玩家可以通过建设和发展城市，培养英雄，管理资源，体验经典的帝国时代的城市发展。充实的城建内容和多种休闲玩法，得以让玩家从紧张的多人战斗归来后，充分释放压力，享受帝国发展的乐趣。我们会潜入玩家联盟，与他们一起进行游戏，了解玩家的真实反馈。你们在游戏里打飞的那些堡垒，也有可能有我们策划团队的同学。
这次游戏中的世界观和英雄故事设计都是由我们团队负责创作和撰写的。在本次 AOEM 的叙事创作中，我们的核心要点就是强世界观、弱故事。因为我们不想强行讲一个十分复杂的故事，而是期望能够给玩家提供一个非常生动的世界舞台，能让玩家在其中自由的探索、自由的发现。我们期望玩家能够和这个世界产生深切的情感联系，与它产生共鸣，并且找到自己的目标和使命，从而更加的热爱这个世界。而在英雄设计方面，我们则便利了英雄的一生，特别挑选了每个英雄的关键时刻，以此展现他们的成长和蜕变。比如，我们以日本英雄宫本武藏为例， 我们选取了他人生的3个节点，分别是在青年时刚刚在京都出名，2天1流第一次出场，再到他中年时在岩流岛，以及晚年时他将自己的剑道转化为自己的著述，写了一本5轮书，以此展现他从武者到学者的心理蜕变。加入项目组的主要原因是因为我特别喜欢帝国的真实历史叙事。因为我认为，故事虽然不管是真实还是虚构，它给玩家提供的情绪和历史和价值观都是相近的。但如果这个故事是真实的话，那它对玩家的触动将会大大增强。我认为历史的真实才是故事中最有利的部分。但历史的真实性对于玩家的直观感受而言，更直接的其实还是视听感受。
在整体的美术风格创作中，我们始终坚持2个原则：第一，在新技术的支持下，尽量去还原帝国时代的美术风格；第二，尽可能真实地再现中世纪历史风貌。帝国时代系列本身有非常好的沉淀，我们也希望玩家在视觉上能够得到共鸣，尤其是建筑设计上，玩家能够最直观地感受到历史的厚重感。在美术设计上，我们遇到比较大的困难，其实是帝国时代是一个多元多文明的题材的游戏。在美术的整个创作过程中，针对建筑，我们翻阅了大量的中世纪相关的书籍、油画、电影等等，找到了非常多现实中还存在的古建筑，再加以提炼和再创作。那我们的目标是将不同文明的建筑风貌原汁原味地呈现给玩家们。
在角色设计上，我们重点体现不同文明的独特历史特征。不同文明的士兵在动画表演上会有3个重要的组成构成，一个是文化特色，一个是战斗风格，另外一个是表演细节。在不同文明的背景影响下，每个士兵都会有各自的一些细节流露在他的文化以及历史的特征上。例如，罗马文明的厚重与史实，法兰克的威猛与果敢。同时呢，我们也会去展现各个文明的战斗风格上面的一些差异。比如说，中国士兵的攻击动作经常会结合传统武术，体现出灵活与速度感的同时，将意与形合二为一。日本武士的攻击动作呢，以武士道为主设计风格，不仅强调动作的迅捷与精准，更强调流畅与优雅，这也是日本剑道的精髓。而拜占庭呢，我们突出的是它的灵活战法。我们的拜占庭骑兵不仅能够快速的转换姿态，更兼顾突进与防御的灵活战法，反映出战术上的机动灵活性以及拜占庭的军事策略性。这些文化对士兵的影响，不仅添加了我们游戏的整体视觉体验，也丰富了玩家对各个文明和历史文化背景的理解。最后呢，就是在各类表演上面，我们增加了各种各样的细节。我们会在每一次挥砍的轨迹上面，以及每一次转身的角度上面去深加去研究，每一个急促呼吸的起伏和每一个头发飘动的剪影，我们会从整体到局部反复比对与修正每一个动作细节，给玩家带来的游戏体验是整体的，是完整的，同时让玩家在我们游戏过程中能体验到我们的历史感以及厚重感。
大家好，我是 Age of Empires Mobile 的语音设计师，希望大家能够喜欢我们这款游戏。我们为每个英雄都定制了他们所属文明的语音，比如泰语、英语、韩语、日语、阿拉伯语等等。同时，我们为了给玩家带来原汁原味的多文明语音体验，感受多元文明的互动性，我们在游戏里也设计了不同英雄本身文化背景的10几种语言，而游戏中的小兵、农民也有根据其所属文明定制录制了6国语言，以及多种情况下触发的随机语音。为了更好地表现游戏的语音效果，我们在全球选择了来自各个国家的配音演员。在录音过程中，我与不同国家的配音演员积极沟通了当地的文化氛围、语言习俗，听取了他们在同文化环境下的语言建议，并且对台词的情绪和内容进行了调整。希望大家能够喜欢我们游戏里的语音设计。
对于我们这边来说呢，最重要的就是希望每一个文明它都能有自己独特的音乐听感。那么为了达到这个目标，首先我们会去选取各个文明中特有的一些乐器音色，比如罗马文明里，我们选择了鲁特琴、里拉琴。那其次呢，我们还会去研究这个文明中特有的一些曲式曲风和演奏技法。那除此以外，我们还会选取一些该文明下具有较高知名度的经典音乐进行改编。像罗马文明里，我们就选择了罗西尼的《威廉特尔序曲》，而不列颠文明里呢，我们又选择了斯卡布罗集市。通过这样的方式去进一步具象化玩家对于一个文明的具体认知。那最后，我们还会结合游戏的体验以及动态的多音轨互动音乐技术，来带给玩家兼具浓厚的文明特色和极具沉浸感的游戏音乐体验。
作为主程序，我在 OEM 中的工作主要有2部分组成。第一点呢是功能的实现，我们将策划和美术同学的一个巧妙的思想，通过代码去实现，确保玩家可以能玩到。第二点呢，我们是要做好性能优化的工作，确保大部分玩家在玩我们游戏的同时啊，就是说它可以快速流畅的去体验，帧率可以高。然后在这个过程中呢，我们还要尽全力的在我们的 AOM 的游戏中呢，展现出恢宏的一个战场的画面。这个时候呢，我们要支持数以千计的士兵一起战斗，这呢在移动设备上确实是一个巨大的挑战。所以说当初呢，我们选择了 Unity 的这个 DOTS 做一个技术站，我们将运算呢充分的多线程化，充分的利用设备的一个多性能的优势。我们的团队一方面呢和 Unity 引擎官方保持一个密切的交流与合作。另一方面呢，我们自己也不停地进行技术迭代和优化，最终我们的产品呢取得了非常好的一个实际的效果。不但呢在这个移动端将最好的画面呈现给玩家呢，也兼顾了性能和效果的一个平衡。我自己呢也是帝国时代的老玩家，第一次在网吧里看到别人玩帝国时代的时候，就第一眼喜欢上了这一款游戏。所以这次加入这个项目呢，也是因为这一份的喜欢。我当听到这个项目要建立的时候，当时就非常的想成为这个项目的一部分，这也是我支撑我整个游戏研发过程中最大的动力，也是我激情的一个来源。走了，拜拜。
拜拜。带给玩家稳定流畅的游戏体验是我们的首要目标，但这对于一个全球同步的游戏来说是非常大的挑战。为了解决各地网络基建差异带来的问题，我们接入了先进的加速网络，而且对于重点地区，我们还额外部署了边缘接入节点，这样就可以让玩家更快地进入我们的加速网络，用更小的时延畅快地操作游戏。同时，为了让玩家能够畅快地体验我们的千人同屏作战，我们在上线前也进行了完备的压力测试。针对不同地区的网络情况，也做了大量的优化，确保有大量玩家同时在线作战的时候，不会出现崩溃呀、卡顿这样的问题。所以，无论战场多么壮观，我们都会为你保驾护航，让你没有后顾之忧。
在研发过程中，我们与许多帝国时代的忠实玩家进行了深入的沟通和交流，他们也为我们提供了很多宝贵意见，特别是在 RTS 中将分散单位变为集勤编队的操作还原在手机上，玩家们都非常喜欢。这不仅令 AOEM 更具 RTS 灵魂，也让每场战役更富有条理性和观赏性，提升了整体的指挥体验感，也让帝国时代在移动平台上再次焕发全新的生命力。
Every challenge was an opportunity to improve, and getting feedback from our test players was invaluable. It allowed us to fine-tune key elements of the game, ensuring that this mobile version delivers an authentic Age of Empires experience, tailored specifically for mobile players around the world. This partnership not only breathes new life into the franchise, but also opens up exciting new possibilities for blending mobile gaming with strategy in a fresh, innovative way.
Thank you to players around the world for the love and excitement for Age of Empires Mobile.
Thank you to players around the world for the passion and excitement for Age of Empires Mobile.
Get Age of Empires Mobile now. See you in the game.
To create an authentic medieval world, especially to deliver large-scale online siege battles that feel real, the teams at Timmy Studio and World's Edge have worked incredibly hard. Alongside the development stories, our guests have also prepared player and content-created stories to share.
Right. So definitely want to talk about some of the fun stuff first. Like I think many of you have already know that the Age of Empires fan base is amazing. They're super friendly. They're super creative as well. And on Discord, we have seen people have created a lot of super fun memes. They have done graphics. They created their own logos for Alliance. Lots of different things, but I just thanks to them, they're great entertainment. I actually go up to Discord and read them and I laugh every day. It's super awesome. So,
yeah, I mean the community for Age of Empires is really the thing that's kept this franchise going. And I brought with me here a player guide. It's 40 pages that was created by one of the top players in Age of Empires Mobile. It's called Age of Empires Mobile: A Guide to a New Governor's Path to Glory. It's by Sigarm, and just these sorts of things are so incredible in terms of being able to help bring new players into the franchise, get them to the point where they are going to have fun. And if you look at this, if you want to hold it up really quick, just show there's pictures. This is from the top player in Age of Empires Mobile right now. So if you're looking for guides like this, you can find those over on the Discord. There's a whole bunch of other types. And I actually think 12-inch, you know him, right?
I do actually know Sigarm. I talked to him a little bit, especially when it came to making, making my own account for this game, when it came to growing it and figuring out how best to approach the meta. I'm an expert at mobile games, but he's definitely an expert at Age of Empires Mobile. It was a very humbling experience having somebody be so open and so friendly with me, and obviously it's the same type of person who would make a 40-page guide for the community, and that just goes to show how strong a mobile game community is, especially when it comes to Age of Empires Mobile.
I actually
step-by-step everything. It's
amazing.
It is.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah,
it's very detailed.
Yeah, this obviously has had a lot of work put into it. It's full of text, photos. It is really a labor of love. It's fantastic to see that the community already has people that are this committed to creating a great experience for other players. Yep. And he's just putting this out there.
Yeah.
It's absolutely awesome. So thank you, Sigarm. I'm sure that the Age of Empires community is very happy and very lucky to have you. So go check them out on Discord if you want to see more user-generated content from the Age of Empires community. Now, actually, when the creator of this guide, Sigarm, learned that we were going to have this global launch show, he recorded a video for us to celebrate. So we're going to take a quick look at that together.
Hey everyone, and thanks a lot for having me here. I'm Sigarm and I've been a beta tester since day one. I'm also a small YouTube creator and Twitch streamer, providing in-depth guides and content to help the Age of Empires mobile community grow. Starting off as a complete beginner in this area, creating guides for Age of Empires mobile has been an incredible journey. The feedback from the community, especially for my beginner's guide, has been overwhelmingly positive, and honestly I couldn't be more thankful about it. It's been exciting to share strategies with new and veteran players alike. Having joined the Age of Empires mobile community very early, I can confidently say that the community has been supportive and passionate about the game. What I love most is how everyone is committed to improving it. We are constantly providing feedback to the developers, voicing both satisfaction and dissatisfaction, constructively of course, and that's a very important step in my opinion, as it helps the staff align with the community's desires. And many community-driven suggestions have actually already been implemented in the game, and I'm sure many more are on the way. With the global release coming up on October 17th, I'm incredibly excited to see Age of Empires Mobile reach an even wider audience. I know the community is eager to welcome new players as well, and I can't wait to see the game grow and evolve post-launch. Now, all I can say is best of luck to all the new governors out there, and see you on the battlefield.
All right, and I just want to say one last time, big thank you to Sigarm for putting this together. It's really incredible stuff. If you want to find more guides like this, if you're a new player wanting to get into Age of Empires Mobile, go over to the Discord channel and check it out. You'll find some amazing content there.
And from watching online, this is actually not the only guide available right now. There are lots of other content that's being created as well, right?
Yes, we have lots of moderators and content creators in the community, and we are so lucky to have them. And besides this kind of documentaries, documents and websites, we also have video content creators and streamers like 12.
As soon as I saw that Age of Empires had a mobile release, as somebody who loves Age of Empires and mobile games, I was immediately interested, whether that be the community, reaching out to how I could make content for it, how I could come out and record with all of you. I hopped in the community in the Discord, looking around to see what was going on, reached out by the wonderful folks at Timmy. So it's been nothing but a pleasure and an honor to be talking to the developers of the mobile game, the predecessors of other Age of Empires titles, and being able to talk with the community as well. And some of my friends are also coming along, as Shischool, Omniarch, and King Schmuck will all be here with me. It's a game of a lot of competition where there's always something to do, and it's an absolute pleasure to be here. It is a true dream come true, and I love the franchise, so it's a pleasure to be here in every capacity.
I'm happy that you were all able to be here today. I'm happy I was able to facilitate, because it does seem like everybody's had a really great time discussing this fantastic game launch event. And I think it's definitely been a dream come true for me as well, to be able to jump into a brand new community and be able to help out just a little bit. So thank you, 12. Thank you, Martin, everyone. Now, that tight-knit and welcoming community, it's a huge reason why so many players continue to choose Age of Empires. And it's really great to see that spirit being carried through into the mobile game.
I'd like to announce something very exciting, like Age of Empires Mobile is officially recruiting creators from all over the world. We welcome more content creators to join us and to experience the game, or maybe even become our official content creators. And we're looking forward to see all of your works.
And lots of community members from all across the world now, so it's fantastic. We are definitely excited to welcome all the new players to all the different places, including Discord as well, as we were talking about earlier. And yeah, hopefully everybody chat and talk about their experience.
Yes. One thing I want to emphasize here is we not only have Discord, but also we offer Facebook, X, YouTube, and also for example in Korea we have Never and this kind of social media for different players all over the world. And also, we are very excited to see that our global pre-registration has been reached 5 million. Yeah, that means 5 million players gonna join us.
All right, awesome. So you just heard it right here. In addition to those pre-registration rewards, and in addition to those exclusive codes we've been giving away during this launch event, they're also going to be giving away a few exclusive gifts and extra heroes to those who complete specific tasks within the game upon the launch. So definitely make sure to keep an eye out for those. That way you can get the best experience out of Age of Empires Mobile. So thank you to all the players who are watching and to our guests for sharing their insights. While this show is coming to an end and the Age of Empires Mobile global launch is just around the corner, we've also received congratulatory videos from players, creators, and partners from around the world to celebrate the global launch. To close out the show, let's watch these wonderful messages together.
Hello there. My name is Quan Tong, and I have voiced the characters of Monduk and Olden and much of the Barbarian tribe. And I just gotta say, I used to play Age of Empires when I was little, and I hope that all the gamers coming to AOEM who used to play Age of Empires growing up can thoroughly enjoy this experience as much as I enjoyed voicing these characters. Thank you, and good luck out there.
Hello everyone, my name is Alexander Grimes, and I am a professional voice actor who has worked in the games industry for many years. In Age of Empires, I voiced Guan Yu, Mount Duke, and the Emperor. I wish you all the best of luck in destroying your enemies and hope you enjoy playing Age of Empires Mobile.
Hi, my name is Skip Waters, and I'm a voice actor and voiceover artist in beautiful Shanghai, China. And I've been doing this for a couple years now, but Age of Empires was some of the first voice acting work that I've done, and that's particularly special, especially because I remember when it came out back in, 97? So this has been an amazing experience, and I've voiced characters from Attica to Cain and even Caesar. So I've had a lot of fun with this, and I cannot wait for y'all to play the game.
Hi, ich bin Dr. Maxi und ich habe in der Beta von Age of Empires Mobile mitgespielt. Die Beta hat riesen Spaß gemacht und die Community war mega nett. Ich beglückwünsche Age of Empires Mobile zum Global Launch und ich hoffe, wir sehen uns auf dem Schlachtfeld.
Merhaba arkadaşlar, ben Meskov. Biliyorsunuz son 1,5 yıldır YouTube'da farklı oyunlar üzerine içerik üretiyorum. Ve son 5 aydır Age of Empires Mobile üzerine bu içerikleri devam ettiriyorum. Biz son 5 ayda ben aslında oyuna başlarken ya işte beta'da öylesine oynar çıkarım diye düşünüyordum ama öyle olmadı. Çünkü Age of Empires Mobile hem savaş dinamiği hem mekaniği hem içerisindeki komutanlar olsun hepsinin aksiyonlarını, oradaki savaş alanı hakimiyetini, milliyetçi duygusunu o kadar güzel bir şekilde yansıtmışlar ki gerçekten biz 5 aydır ekiple birlikte oyunu hiçbir şekilde bırakamadık ve biz bu 5 ayın sonunda 17 Ekim'e az bir süre kala artık arkadaşlar globalde daha farklı medeniyetlerin, daha iyi kahramanların ve komutanların, tarihimizi yansıtan komutanların geleceğinin haberini aldık. O yüzden sizler de oyunda savaş alanını benle birlikte paylaşmak isterseniz 17 Ekim'den önce iOS ve Google Play üzerinden ön kayıtlarınızı muhakkak yaptırın. O yüzden şimdilik diyeceklerim bu kadar. Kendinize iyi bakın. 17 Ekim'de görüşmek üzere.
Hola, soy de Kagamas, creador de contenido para la comunidad hispanohablante. Este 17 de octubre espero verlos en la próxima campaña para compartir entre amigos y tener épicas aventuras. Únete al lanzamiento global de Age of Empires Mobile. Nos vemos en el juego.
Merhaba arkadaşlar, ben Babakaro. YouTube üzerine içerik üretiyorum. Çok güzel ve inanılmaz bir oyun buldum. Tatlı, grafikleri güzel. Age of Empires Mobile. Bulur bulmaz, görür görmez direkt oyunu indirdim ve 5 ay önce ile beraber ben şu ana kadar oynadım. Grafikleri benim dikkatimi çekti. Savaş zamanlarda ayrı şekilde bir tatlıydı. O yüzden arkadaşlarıma söyledim ve arkadaşım da benimle katıldılar. Daha fazla arkadaşlarım bu oyunu oynamak istedi. Çünkü grafikler oldukça basittir ama global versiyonu hepimiz bekliyoruz. Eğer ki siz de bu tatlı oyunu oynamak istiyorsunuz kesinlikle 17 Ekim bize katılın ve mobillerınızda bu oyunu indirin, beraber oynayalım.
Mr. Sticky here, and I hope you guys are ready, just like me, to play Age of Empires Mobile. I cannot wait to fight on the open field and use my Guan Yu and cavalry to catch out those pesky archers that think and roam nice and easily without being ambushed by my caps.
I'm Chisco Gaming, and I've been making videos on YouTube about city building war games for the last 6 years. And I played Age of Empires as a kid, so I'm incredibly hyped about the global launch of Age of Empires Mobile, and I look forward to building community, building up my account, and seeing you on the battlefield. Good luck to everybody as you start your journey, and I'll see you in game.
Bonjour à tous, je suis Sigar, bêta-testeur depuis le premier jour, avide fan d'Age of Empires et créateur de contenu sur YouTube depuis peu et des streamers sur Twitch. Je fais principalement des guides détaillés sur le jeu ainsi que du contenu pour aider la communauté à grandir et à s'améliorer. Avec la sortie mondiale prévue le 17 octobre, j'ai vraiment hâte de voir Age of Empires Mobile toucher un public encore plus large et surtout de voir ce que le jeu nous réserve. Tout ce que je peux vous dire, c'est rejoignez le lancement mondial d'Age of Empires Mobile, donnez-lui sa chance et on se retrouve en jeu.
Hey everyone, it's King Schmuck from YouTube, and my favorite commander is Julius Caesar in Age of Empires Mobile. There's just something about leading the unstoppable Roman Empire. I've had an amazing time playing the Age of Empires Mobile during its latest test version, and I'm even more excited to the official global release on 17th of October. I can't wait until the game evolves. This game has definitely surpassed all my expectations. I'm sending all the best wishes and success in the launch. See you all in the game 17th of October.
Merhaba, ben Kaiser.
Ben Barışçı.
Çocukluğumuzun oyunu Age of Empires artık mobilde.
Sizleri de 17 Ekim'deki büyük açılışa, lansmana bekliyoruz efendim. Sizler de şimdiden girip oyuna ön kayıt yapıp bizlerle beraber oynayabilirsiniz.
我是 James， 我是阿飞，我们都是 Age of Empires Mobile 的玩家。
在游戏里，我们与联盟朋友建立很深的情感。
期待游戏在10月17号上线，全球的领主，
我们战场见。
재밌는 게임 만들어주셔서 감사합니다.
일단 뭐 게임이 출시되기 이전에 미리 좀 접해볼 수 있었다는 것 자체가 너무나 영광이었습니다.
일단 여러분들 너무 재밌게 게임 플레이했고요. 한국 문명을 못 해본 게 너무 아쉽습니다. 그래서 여러분들 여기 보이시죠? 10월 17일 날 난닝구가 라이브 방송으로 직접 한국 문명을 보여드리겠습니다, 여러분.
그리고 한국 문명 있는 거 너무 좋은 것 같아요. 진짜 그거 기대하고 있어요, 했을 때.
그 시절의 그 추억을 그대로 모바일에서 만나실 수 있으면 좋겠습니다.
많은 유저분들도 좀 기대해 주셨으면 좋겠습니다.
Alright, I'm going to be following Sigarm's guide to get ready for the launch, and I'll see you all in game. See ya!
Yeah, as you can hold.
Okay. This one with the shield.
And also this.
Yeah, I'll use this guy.